I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
Hi, I'm Brian Smith,
Hi, I'm Lynn Watson.
and we're basically going to talk about how I met this woman and that I have been a Pomonian. I was born at Pomona Valley Hospital in 1956 and loved living here, but I needed to find somebody in my life. So back about 9 years ago, I decided to buy myself a web TV, which doesn't exist anymore. And started looking around on the internet, going to chat rooms and such, because I was kind of bored, didn't really have that many friends. And I went into a chat room called Captain's Table. It was supposed to be about Star Trek, but they didn't talk about Star Trek that often. And started talking to the girls there, being real flirt. It'd say Brian gives them a rose, a white rose, to all the ladies, and they'd all kind of chime in, "Oh, isn't he cute? Isn't he cute?" Well, that was like, turned my head. But one night I was very depressed, so I didn't have anyone to talk to. My friend had been out of the area, so I decided to go back on the internet. And I went into a room, and no one was there except Lynn. And she had her different name, of course, on the internet. But I started, telling her how depressed I was, and she was kind enough to spend an hour or so talking to me, giving me encouragement, saying things I should do, that I felt really grateful that I sent her an electronic mail greeting card, which
I appreciated. I thought it was very nice of him to send the greeting card to me, because when we had talked, he was talking about not living in an apartment, living and not being able to have an animal, a pet, and missing having pets. So I said, why don't you volunteer at the SPCA or something like that, go walk the dogs, and just trying to cheer him up. And I thought that it was very kind of him to send the card. And so then when I seen him again in the room next time, we started talking, and we just talked on the internet all the time. We burned up the phone lines eventually to hundreds of dollars a month of phone bills, and these are the 1-cent phone cards, so it was a lot of talking, and really got to know each other before we even got to see each other. And then Christmas was coming, and then he decided that wanted to meet in person. And I, at the time, was living in my hometown in Northern California. That I was born and raised in French Camp in Stockton, and I was living up there. And so he decided to drive up and meet in person, and he spent a couple of days there, and we just hit it off. And I'm going to leave it back to Brian to finish the story.
that like I was staying at a motel that I'd arranged, and she stayed with her mother, but we'd get together during the day. And the second day I was there, because I kind of felt I was in love with her, but I had to see if the chemistry was right. So when you meet somebody in the person, it's different than exchanging pictures of each other. So the day that I met her, the next day I knew that I wanted to spend my life with her and live in Pomona with her. So I had to kind of quasi-kidnap her from Stockton. And I got down on one knee, and I asked her to marry me, and which was bizarre, because she never expected to be asked, and she said she'd never get married again, ever. And but she said yes. And I had no feeling of doubt that she was going to say yes. I knew she was going to say yes. She said yes. So basically I kidnapped her, well, with her permission, of course, and set up shop in Pomona. We've been here ever since. She loves the city. She likes it a lot better in a lot of ways than where she was at. She loves the entertainment and the restaurants, and we keep discovering restaurants.
I love the fact that I can go to the beach around my birthday in the springtime and not freeze my tushy off.
Yes, well, that, and she loves antique shopping, so I have to go with her with the restaurants to Antique Row, And then we'll go over to Joey's barbecue every once in a while and have some barbecue, which is good. But we've enjoyed our time and our lives here in Pomona.